Morning, everyone. Welcome into the Friday bonus stream. My name is Retro. I am here to do another Link to the Past randomizer bonus stream. We'll be doing a Triforce hunt, something that we're quite familiar doing on Mondays and Thursdays. So today we're going to do another one. Just a keep reminder, welcome in everybody from YouTube and Kick, since we are streaming across multiple streams. Welcome in. Feel free to drop a follow or a sub on YouTube if you like what you see today. I'm always looking for new people to take interest. Same time, Saturday, we're going to be doing Saturday night random retro gaming, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on Super Nintendo. Last week we got halfway through the game, and hopefully this weekend we will be able to wrap up that game. So the following week we can do something different. So with that said, we are going to queue up in the program today's seed for February 20th, 2026. A Triforce hunt of 20 pieces. Feel free to give it any suggestions of what you may or may not like to see done on Retro Saturday. I'm always taking an interest on that. Also on YouTube, if you want to drop a comment, if this is on VOD, first of all, welcome in. In the VOD, if you want to drop a comment saying what game you would like to see played on Retro Saturday, feel free to do so. I'll read the comments, go through what I'm capable of doing at the moment, and we will see what we can play on stream. Another thing I'm working on is saving up enough money to get one of the Elgato video captures, so I can start doing retro systems that are not familiarized, emulated. Systems like the Tomy Tudor, systems like, well, for me, the Atari 800, I do have an emulator for it, but I can't seem to get it to work properly. So that is not going to be an option at the moment. But the Sega SG would be a system I would like to play, but I would need to get enough money saved up to get the capture Elgato video capture card. So little things like that I'm working on behind the scenes, trying to save up for. And as time goes by, we'll get those items, have them hooked up, and we'll start playing on hard original consoles versus just emulator. So with that said, we are going to crank it up. We're going to get Legend of Zelda Link to the Past going. So let's see what we have today. We're going to start off like we always do with our nickname of Retro, R-E-T. And we're going to start off like usual, Sword Assured to begin with. And always going to start off with our eggplant character. And off we go. We're going to start off like always. We're going to start our house. Let's see what the first time is going to be. Like usual, a couple of the items I'm hoping to find early on in the seed is the lamp, the flippers, hammer, at least one of the two gloves, moon pearl, and the mirror. If we can come across those items early on, I will be very, very thrilled. Lamp more so than even Dark World access, so I can do most of the dark caves that I do struggle with. Once again, we are going to start off with a bomb, so we will have access to either back of escape if we do find a lamp. If we don't get the lamp, we'll have access into Hyrule Karika Village. So we're going to have access to that. We have one bottle so far, so we'll mark that off on our list. So, like I said, this is what we do on Monday and Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Okay, You guys are going to make my life difficult. I can see that now. You guys want to make life difficult. Well, we see the old man. That's where we're going to be coming later on once we get to 20 pieces. So we're going to make a left turn and start doing the process as normal. At least for early on. Seeds usually take between an hour and a half and 3 hours, depending. Last night we had a little bit of issues with the microphone, but we did end up PBing yesterday of an hour and 23 minutes. Okay, we're going to get an early heart piece, which is awesome to see. We're just going to work the eggplant around. I'm not looking to get into too many fights early on. If you're interested, you can follow us on Instagram under Retrovisions. It's all in the description. That page usually does more along the lines of retro video games on display. So if that is something you're interested in, more than happy to have you show up, take a look at it. We do a lot of 70s, 80s, and 90s video gaming photos on that page. Like usual, we're on Facebook, we are on YouTube, Kick, and whatnot. I am part video game collector and part gamer online, so this whole thing is a new process for me. I started back in January, so I'm relatively new to the whole Twitch streaming and just overall streaming process. These games are mostly just mildly okay with a little backseating. If you see something I don't see, I'm more than happy to take a little advice. And there's our lamp, so a lot of my problems I normally have in the seed, I'm not going to have now. Would love to find boots. Boots would be a nice find. Okay, we got 2 bombs to work with at the moment. What I will probably end up doing is taking the second bomb and bombing out something I can farm more bombs easily. I know people like to just run and bomb out checkpoints and all, but there is a place over in this village that I can bomb out and pick up 2-3 bombs every time I walk inside. So that will be the avenue I will take. And I don't know, that was not good. Well, we did fix it at least, so. Got 4 checks here. We got blue mail, some bombs, another Dorito slice, another heart. The thing about Triforce seeds I've noticed, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, they seem to be very heart friendly. So I do like the fact that dying is not nearly as easy as it would be assumed to be. With the bottle and everything that we found so far, Sick Kid will be open to us. 50 rupees is not going to be enough to deal with the merchant. We will be coming back for pot chicken. For those who don't know or why I would even bother with bomb chicken, is just the thing I do. A chicken's hiding in one of the vases, I like to rescue it. No other reason, just pure just pure something that I do. So yeah, came in here with no bombs. We're gonna walk out now with 7 bombs. And if I need bombs in a quick hurry, then I'm over here. Not that I'm gonna need them, but at least I know where to come get them. We'll just do the pot chicken real quick just to get it out of the way. So maybe it's a little OCD thing for me, but there's the pot chicken for the day. Pot chicken showed up at 6 minutes 41 seconds. For those keeping score at home. We'll drop down the well and we'll see what's in those checkpoints. So we'll fill the bomb. Another heart selection for us. We have half magic. Lastly, we had half magic, and we ended up with before the lamp. We didn't get a lamp, but we got fire rod, and I learned real quick how many things you can kill with a fire rod. So still, we don't have enough money to deal with the merchant. So we're gonna work our way around a little bit more of the village, and then we will come back. Let's see what we have here. We get to do the bomb out here, and we'll see if we can throw a chicken through a wall. No, but we did blow up 3 chickens in the process, so that is something. Okay, we got some arrows out of the deal. A bunch of unhappy chickens. Blew me up, I'd probably be unhappy too. Sick kid. Sick kid gives us 5 rupees. I could probably farm in the land out here just to get the last, what, 2 rupees to do the merchant. Hot chicken. Got another heart. We're up to 7 hearts now. Like I said, it fills up quite quickly. One more and we'll head on up to the merchant. There we go. Now we'll just head up to the merchant, see what we're going to get from him for 100 rupees. Sometimes he gives us something good, sometimes not. Single arrow. Not my best investment. From here we are going to save up now for the Goodwill, which is Zora's pond. I call it the Goodwill because you're going to spend $500 or 500 rupees worth of your savings to usually get crap. At least that's been my track record of not getting much of anything good. Heart piece in the library. Will not be coming back here for that. I have no desire to come back for that. Place a bomb. Eggplant will do some table push-ups. Pullings. Now we'll just head out here. We'll do the... Some people will check this to see what is there ahead of time, but honestly, I'll just do the maze and hopefully I get something good. It doesn't take all that long to do. It takes, what, 15 seconds out of my seed. And it's not going to make or break the seed for me. I'm not going for a world record. So we have bombs, a lamp, a light, and the red cane. What I'll do now is finish up over here. I'll wait on back of escape because we're going to be coming back this way at some point. Usually when I find the glove I end up doing back of escape. We'll drop down into the grasslands and we'll deal with the grasslands now. Get this out of the way. I kind of went a little bit further out of my way than I needed to. Another thing is the fish that flops out once we drain the swamp over here. I always return the fish back to water. I always get a little something out of the deal. It's just a personal preference on my part. I know it's not going to be a life-changing event. but just a little habit that I get into. Try to do good in the world, even if it's in the game. Just in my nature. So we drain the swamp, we get 20 rupees. We pick up our fish. And now we will return the fish back to the watering hole. And a heart. So now I'm full of hearts again. This time I think we'll head further south. Mini Moldorf we can do. Fake Ice Rod we can do. And we'll clear a couple more checks. So we'll deal with Mini Moldorf. Let's see here. As long as I don't have to fight the big Moldorf, we'll be okay today. Got 20 rupees from that one. Eight bombs. My gameplay is not 100% clear and pure. I'm not great. Here's my glove, so we're on our way to Dark World access. Get a couple more heart pieces. We got some magic. If we can find the hammer, we'll open up Magic Bat. There are going to be a couple of things we can check by Fake Ice Rod. Basically, if there's a bad place I can put myself, I will find a way to put myself there. I've noticed that with my gameplay. From here, we'll probably go to Desert. I want to do Desert Cave. I wanted to see what's on Desert Ledge. And just like we could farm 20 rupees up here, we will be able to do 50 rupees down in, I was going to say, we could do 50 rupees down in, just outside of Desert. Can you people stop hitting me, please? Thank you. So, we'll see what we have on offer. Moon Pearl, so that gives us easier access to Desert. Dark World access, not bad. So we have Dark World access now. We'll take the 20 rupees that we can grab out of here. Work our way to Desert. Save myself the hassle. I just want to finish this up before we go up to Karika Village. Because we have to start working our way back to Sanctuary. And doing Back of Escape. Like I said, there are different things I want to try to knock out early on. It's just a routine that I work through. The crabs are giving out pennies today. Back rock over here is going to have my 50 rupees. Some people would just sit here and farm this all morning, get enough for the Goodwill. I really don't want to waste time doing that when there's many other things I'm looking for. I could always fool a hand if I need to. That would get me 255 rupees that way, which is always an option, which I don't mind doing every now and then. So we're just going to head up north. Put on the bombs, and we'll see what the one check here looks like. Wouldn't mind finding the flute. I haven't seen that in a couple of seeds. See what we got here. Another heart. That puts us at 10 hearts. Like I said, these Triforce hunts are very, very heart intensive. We do have access to go to the back of... we have to still do Lumberjack. We still need to do Magic Mushroom. Another thing I want to do is... I think. This seed, that's heart piece. I do not need that in my life. Usually once I get to about 10 or 11 hearts, I know I'm good for the rest of the seed. Okay. I'm going to do Lumberjack quick, and I'm going to do Mushroom quick. Then I can do Back and Escape and work our way towards Eastern Palace. Eastern Palace is not something we're going to be able to finish unless we end up finding the bow. So that could take us a little time to find. Okay, we can't grab that for some reason. Not a problem. Magic Mirror would be nice to find. So we'll check the back of Lumberjack. See what we have. Please let it be something good. Magic Cape. Okay. I can see coming back for that. I have until about 12 o'clock today, roughly. So we have a good amount of time to get this seed done. I don't foresee there being much of an issue in succeeding with that. Magic has a heart piece. And now we'll fall down the Thieves' Hole, and we will see what Thief has to offer. Their hideout. There's so many hideouts in this game, honestly. Another heart piece. So nothing of potential help to me at the moment. So we will move on. Make a turn here. We'll head back out to... We'll head out back to Sanctuary. Go past Sanctuary. We'll head over to Back of Escape. See what we have there. Come on. There we go. And we'll do the 3 checks here, see what we're working with. Bombs, Master Sword, and a key. So, there we go. Somehow the tracker did not have my sword. So, what I'm going to do is back to the house. We'll go check Easton, see what we have going on over there. We'll get 3 checks in the hut. Let's see what we get. Slow start to the scene, honestly, with only 2 Triforce pieces. So I think Dark World access is going to be key for us. Yeah, my heart. I will be able to knock out 90% of Eastern Palace. I just won't be able to get to the last section before the final battle. Fire Rod. What are we doing here, people? 168 rupees. We do have limited ability of saving up for Goodwill. Many options right now. I still have access to the mountain if I want to work my way up, which I probably will go that route in a little bit. So we're just going to start with this. This is a pendant, so fully charged Master Sword ready to go. I will never forget to do this whatever again in my life. Now, I have Moon Pearl and I have... Let's see, I have Moon Pearl, I have a glove. Do I go for Agar right now and just take out Agar? I'm not saying it's an Agar type of seed where I can get by without it, but if I can get into the Dark World as soon as possible, I think that would help us. I don't think it would hurt us. What is everyone's opinion on that? I kind of feel like that might be a good play for us. We can open up a lot that way. If I get the second glove, that opens up Dark World completely. I am loaded up on arrows, but I still don't have the big key to do anything. I do remember there is another chest on the right side of this dungeon that if I need to, I will go back for it, but I'm hoping I won't need it. At least hoping I won't have to. We can only hope right now. So we're going to cross the bridge. So there we go. We'll just take out these things now. Still saving up some money along the way. Oh, you want to be stepping to it, right? I'll be stepping. There we go. Bump net. Not what I'm hoping for. So that means I need to go back out, all the way back out, and we're going to have to do, we'll have to do the back side of, we'll have to do the right side of, right side of the dungeon to get that other chest and see what there is. I don't have access to... Why do I feel like I missed the chest then? Because if I do this and I still can't get the big key, then must be another chest I've missed. I don't know which one I missed. But I'm sure I will see it soon enough. You always do. So we'll just work our way to the right side. There should be one chest. And this shows you exactly how I take for granted the left side. There's a big key. Now we're going to go back to the left side and finish up what's in the big chest, and then the back half of the dungeon. Like I said, slow progression in this series, but we will get to where we're going. Let's grab that 20 rupees so I can still get it. I like money. The Goodwill likes money. I think that's really the last money thing I really need to worry about. Unfortunately, you see, I don't pay much attention to getting a shield. So unless it's got a shield for me, I don't worry about it. So I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna take a stab in the dark that I'm going to need to do some dungeon master to end up getting the item. I really haven't seen much of any item in this dungeon so far. Getting my butt kicked. That must be what's on offer for today. I'm not worried about the extra hearts because I'm not going to be able to do much else in this dungeon before we leave. Yep, that's as far as we're going to get. No bow to finish that. Start a sanctuary. I'll take a look once we get outside. Mountain might be our next play. I would assume it would be our next play. I would love to find the mirror. So we have vanilla green pendant, crystal on desert, crystal on red crystal on mountain. I still have fake flipper access to hobo. I still need to do. So I mean, I can fake flipper hobo. I can, like I said, head up to the mountain to see what we have up there. I can do Aga with the fire rod. That would make life easy, actually. The money crab. I wish those were 20s, but work with what I got. So we'll just pick up the old man, take him along for a field trip. This is why some of them end up in nursing homes. They wander out from their house and end up in a cave, and next thing you know, there's an eggplant leading them out of a cave onto a mountain. Everything else before high noon comes on TV. he gives me another Dorito slice. We will rebuild our lives. We'll just top that off. We'll see what's seen on mound. There's one or two checks we can still do up here. But we're just looking for progression at the moment. Right now, I am not seeing the progression I'm looking for. We'll drop down here. We'll do this one real quick. See what we find. Dorito slice. Now it's about a quarter of the way through the seed. Let's go do Hobo, see what Hobo has to offer us. And if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, consider dropping a follow, dropping a sub on YouTube. Let me know you enjoy what you see. If there's something that you want to see on the stream for Retro Saturday, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm going to work on our fake flipping. Slow and steady pace right now. We're not making major headway. Usually at the end of the seeds, when we're going through the craze, I will look at the spoilers to see what key items that I wish I knew. If I knew stuff I wish I had, but we never came across during the seed. Okay, we're struggling this morning with fake flipper. There we go. A couple of things I can check real quick. What is going to be on the bonus island? Bonus island has a Dorito. So we get fake. If we end up with flippers and we end up with a mirror, we'll be able to go check that out. Which is nice to see. Let's see what Hobo has to offer. Come on, mirror. Dorito slice. Okay. That puts us at 6. Aga would open up partly a pod, catfish, pyramid, we could also do that. Well, we did Back of Escape, but I know there's a couple other chests along the way, mostly keys. I think we have most of the keys we need anyway. So, kind of wondering which way I want to go with this. How about we do Back of Escape, just to see if there are any leftover chests that we need to concern ourselves with. Just off the chance that we need a chest or two, because we still have a key. Usually we come in here with no keys. Tons of bombs early on in this seed. Getting into Back in Escape is going to be easy for us. Okay, Tempest Sword. So coming back this way was not necessarily a mistake. I knew there was some type of item left on. So we picked up an extra sword. I made Houlihan still, since I'm going this way. Houlihan will give me enough for... Yeah, Houlihan should give me enough at this point to do good work. And that's kind of the direction this whole thing of Houlihan now is going to take me. So we'll take that opportunity. So, like I said, we're still looking for hammer, bow, flippers, and boots, and the mirror. Heavens knows we're looking for the mirror. So I guess I'll Houlihan, get the money for Goodwill. I'll open up another location for us. Take him out first. Make my life easier. 3 drops. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll fall in. Another option is from Cemetery. I could bomb my way in there and do it that way. Which sometimes is easier. I'll try this one more time. Let's not fall down the hole too. See if that worked. Nope. We'll do it the other way. Sometimes in these seeds, one way works better than the other. I don't know the logic behind it. But so we'll just go this way. We'll make life easier on ourselves. We'll make life easy. How about that? 1, 2, to clear the path. So get close. Drop the bomb. And the bomb drops is not what it should have done. Let's not do that. Let's go back in. I don't know why with that bomb it dropped me in that direction instead of backwards like it's supposed to. Temperamental seed, that's all. That's what I'm gonna write it off as. That should just drop us backwards into it. And now we can Houlihan. There we go. So we're going to collect the 255 and then that gives us more than enough to head up to Goodwill to see what they're going to have. Usually it's junk. I'm not gonna lie. It's usually junk. Usually nothing of use to us. I'm hoping today we'll be wrong about it. With my flippers, still need to have. Still need a hammer, still need flippers, still need a mirror. Any of those three would make Dark World access wonderful. If this doesn't work, we'll just do Agger. Agger's going to open up more Dark World for us. Not going to hurt my feelings. I already have a route in mind if we get access to Agger, through Agger. Fully good on bombs right now. So we're going to see this thing on Goodwill Ledge, and then we're going to check the Goodwill itself. Dorito on Ledge. So I gotta keep that in mind. Now, does anyone think we can get something good, or do you think we're going to get junk? If you've ever been to a Goodwill, 90% of the time it's junk. Heavens know if you go to a Goodwill, 90% of the time you're just going to find junk. No heart piece, no heart piece, no heart piece. Hey, gold glove. Something of worth. I am cool with that. We still gotta keep in mind the back shelf of Goodwill still has a Dorito slice that we still need to acquire. Well, we don't necessarily now need to do Agger with that extra glove. That opens up Thieves. It opens up a lot of Dark World. We'll do Dark World, Karika Village. I think that's an easy play. Flute Boy will be open to us. We can't do Kermit the Frog, but we can still do the dig game. So we can dig, we can Thieves Town. So we have some options. Thieves Town always seems to be the first open dungeon in the Dark World I can have access to. So before we do anything, I'm just going to open this up and get this out of my way. We do have a check over here we can do. I'm not worried about rupees the rest of the day. And this one will have Doritos. Cool Ranch. So if you guys enjoyed what you're watching today, feel free to let's do the dig first, and then we'll go back and we'll go grab old Kermit. Then we'll exit out, come back in. See what Kermit gives us. Oh, 80 rupees, so we can't do that right now. Okay, the question now becomes, guys, do we want to do Kermit or do we want to do Thieves? Kermit or Thieves? Kermit or Thieves? How do we want to do this? It's all going to get done one way or another. Might as well do Kermit first, then we'll do Thieves. I think that's just as good as any other way of doing it. You know the two checks are going to go side by side. I hear the sound of a chihuahua scratching her ear. The puppy is awake. Okay, we bring back the guy. We drop off the guy. The guy, go back to work. He gives us a Triforce piece. So we're sitting at 8 pieces. So now we just start heading back up to Dark World access. There's quite a few access points here that we still need to check. I'm just going to start with Thieves because it's just staring me right in the face. Up by Sanctuary there's a check, Flute Boy's a check, Dark World Grasslands would be a check. We have Shin Cave to deal with. And I know you're going to notice I don't have a shield. I'm getting kind of used to the fact that I forget to get a shield or I don't come across one, and I put very little effort into getting a shield. So this is just common knowledge to me that I just work without it. Probably why I take more damage than I probably need to. Triforce piece. And not all this is about Triforce pieces to me. If I can get some items that will help us out through our quest, that too means a lot to me. Yeah, I look like a Georgia peach now. Okay, second one is the big key, so now we will have access to the back. We have bombs and we have a Triforce piece, so everything else really from here should just be status quo. Did I escape him? Yes, I did. I don't think there's anything left for me to get out of this dungeon. I should have one item on. I should have one item on the boss. I should have one in the dungeon. And, well, there should be one more because I have one on dungeon, one on the boss, and one on the big chest. So I should have one more item to be had. And I am horrible at trying to make this all work without being hit. And then we have another chest at the top, so there are a couple more options for me. Ooh, I need more hearts. That's what I need. Asking I shall be seen, I suppose. I'm still going to need a lot more of that if I'm going to be fighting. Okay, I needed more. They gave me more. Okay, we're doing okay now, I think. Come on up. There we go. So we're just gonna bomb out the floor now, so we have the light we need. Pop off the bomb, check the chest. Pop this, let's get out of the room. I do not need to waste bombs there. So we have one more item on 2 more chests. If I get the item on the next chest, then I will bypass the boss. There's no reason to fight a boss in this type of seed if it's not necessary. We'll head on down. So, one should be the key to the chest. This should be the key, the chest key. Let's see, that should be the key. And that means the map should be in the big chest, which means I don't need to fight the boss. I would think. I don't have hammer to check, so we're gonna call that good. Backing out of that because I don't have the mirror to back out of it. So we will head south, back into the village, walk our way south into the village. We'll do Flute Boy, I can do Flute Boy, and I can do Lock Chest, and see what we can get from there. So those are 2 checks we can do right off the bat. Shin Cave will give us another 4, so that's 6 checks we can do. Okay, no 6 checks. I think that's all we can do on checks right now. We got 6 there, plus the one over the cemetery ledge is 7. And hopefully no 7, we'll get something decent out of it. Hope at least. Hope in one hand and pray in the other and see which one fills up first. I believe they both will not fill up very far from here. So we'll head down to Flute Boy, see what they have. Now the chest game in the light world does offer an item, so that would make 8 items I can still check. But one's still sitting in the light world. So he'll give me another one. Now we're halfway through the seed. So we're well on our way. Not as quick as last seed, but we're on our way. Let's see what we have with this guy and see what oh, I can't check this right now. I don't have the mirror. Isn't that great? So this is not a complete total loss. We'll just do Shin Cave because that was the next play for me. Was the next play, so let's go do the next play. Now, if this ends up giving us what we need, so we'll drop that off. We'll go in real quick. We get 5 checks with this. Another bottle. This one with some life in it. Life potion. Here's my flippers. More money. A lot more money. And a heart piece. That will get us access to Goodwill. Legend Goodwill. And that will put us at 11. So we'll knock that out real quick. Some of the best guards I've ever seen in my life. Like I said, if I can be in the wrong spot at the wrong time, I will, by God, find it. I'm trying to think here. Another one of these spam messages in the chat room. Okay, so we are going to head back up to Goodwill. Get our Triforce piece. Now the chest I probably should have just hooked onto and taken it back on the reset. Should have done. Why I didn't do that is beyond me. Somebody told me I didn't think that far ahead, to be honest. Here's my Triforce piece. Now I just gotta go all the way back around. I can find the hammer. That would open up more. So working our way across. Coming down off of Goodwill. Left. Triforce piece. That's 11 now for us. This seed's not going to be nearly as quick as last seed. That last seed was... Yeah. So thinking back, go back to the village to get Dark World access. We can go to... Trying to think of our play at the moment. Taking the chest back to the light world, do a game reset, to save and quit. We can knock that. We should be able to knock that out, and then we can go back and do Graveyard Ledge. See what we have there. I think that would be an option for us. Let's see. We have another check in here. A heart piece, which does me little to no good. Nothing behind that picture. Some of the pictures do actually have something hidden inside of them. I can't check Peg Cave yet without my hammer. Let's see if we save and quit, if we can reset that. We'll start. Yeah, there we go. Why didn't I do that to begin with? I could have left everything outside of Shin Cave. We could have done this. This would have been easier. I don't think ahead sometimes, I believe. 5 rupees. We got him as good as he got us. Triforce piece number 12. We still have the option of finding the green book. Once we get that, we can get another one off of Desert Ledge. No, I don't need to save and quit. I'm running out of places to check at the moment. A couple of quality of life finds I would love to have right about now. So if you guys enjoying what you've seen tonight, feel free to drop a follow. If you guys want to give any suggestions for Saturday Night Retro Game Throwback, feel free to do so. This weekend we're going to continue with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Been enjoying that game, so we're going to continue that this weekend. We're about halfway through it. Don't know what the next game's going to be. I do want to get myself a Game Boy emulator and see if we can do something Game Boy related. Would in fact enjoy that. Okay, from here, I don't have flute. I can't even check that. Where can I go? I can do Agger. Agger will open up 1, 2 locations. Coming up here for Forgotten Woods. Bumper cave. This is usually key. This time it's not. Let's see here. Can't go that way. Which way can I go? We need to find a key. Let's see here. This is where I don't like doing that one. I always struggle in that dungeon. Macula we could do. Let me see here. Let me check my inventories. Something tells me I've forgotten something that I've already had. Magic, bombs, boomerang. 2 things. Flipper. Flipper Hope is part of Pod. So Pod we can do. Pod we can finish? I think we can do Pod. I could do Agger and then have access to Pod. That might be an option. Agate the temple to Pod. I'm wondering where to go. Anyone have a suggestion? Feel free to drop it in the chat room. I'll take what I can get when I can get it right about now. that would also open a catfish, I believe. Okay, I guess that's how we're gonna play it for now. We'll do agate, we'll do temple, catfish. We'll have access to pod. Well, we should have access to pod. I'm trying to think what else we can do. I know there's going to be plenty of checks up on mountain. We get the key to go up further. I'm trying to think what else we would have an option for. Let's see. Get your key out. One more key. I don't think I'm missing anything. Okay. So we're going to continue on now. Now, there are going to be a couple of these that I'm just not going to play around with and just say the hell with it. That would be one of them. That's a one shot. That's a one shot. This is one of those rooms I really don't want to deal with if I don't have to. Here's my key. And agate should not be a big problem for me. Really shouldn't be. That's my key. Let's get some bombs. Gotta find some hearts. Let's see, is there anything on this side I need to concern myself with? Oh, good. This is the room that I just say the hell with it. We're just gonna go up the stairs and avoid it all. This is another room that I tend to do that with. We have the bombs. Plenty of hearts to go up against Ganon and Aga right now. Not getting the exact what I need. 12 pieces right now. We know where the 13th piece is. We just don't have access to the book. Just like I want to do a lot of mountain, I can't do a lot of mountain yet. Not until I get Hookshot and and on him. I get one of those two, we'll be in business. Let's see what we can do here. See, at that close range, it seems to be better for the blue balls if they don't actually hit you. At least I get lucky with them. Should be one more to go, I believe, if I counted correctly. And Dark World Access is available to us now from the temple. We do get a check, at least one check from there. Catfish should be opened up to us. Pod should be opened up to us. Yeah, my piece, I don't need that. I'm hoping Catfish is going to give us something respectable. Almost have full Dark World access technically. Just a matter of what items we can dig up at this point. Shovel would open up something else for us. There's a lot of mountains we have not seen yet, and I think that's going to yield us at least 2 or 3 more pieces. In my opinion. But we need Dark World access on the mountain, and we need a way to the other side of the mountain. So hookshot or hammer would be a great find for that. That was not what I wanted. That was not what I needed, Mr. Catfish. Okay, we're back in business with the full Triforce again. If I could fake Flipper up to Fairy Cave, I could have 2 more checks. Let's see if I can get a shield. Yeah, 50 rupees for a small shield, I'll take it. At least for the time being. We're 15 minutes in, it's about time I have a shield. I'm taking a lot more damage than I probably needed to. I don't see much of options outside going to pod right now. Unless somebody else sees something I don't see. I don't see much of an option at the moment. Saturday, like I said, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, continuation from last Saturday. We got about halfway through the seed of the game, so hopefully next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday tomorrow, we'll be able to finish it. Kiki's going to open up the front door for Pod. See what options we get in Pod. The good thing is we have a light source already, so it'll make some of this easy for us, but we will be limited without the arrows. So we're not going to be able to get too far. At least with Mimic. So we're going to see what we may or may not be able to do. When he gets to it, we'll look at the spoiler page to see if we can figure out where the book is, or the hammer, or the hook shot. You know what? I got no time to deal with you today. This way, this should be blocked out by Mimic, so we're not going to be able to do much more than this. I think that's a Mimic room. So, nothing I can do in that room. So let's think for a second about what we can and cannot do at this moment. I don't have mirror. I don't have the book. And I don't have the hammer. The hammer and hookshot would help me up on the mountain. Mirror would let me toggle between light and dark world on the mountain. I don't have bow. So now I gotta think, where can I go? Where can I go? Dark World, I don't have much access. I have access, but I don't have access. Once again, I can't throttle between light and dark world to go into the grasslands and swamp. I can't get into desert right now. There's a lot of places I can't get into at the moment. So this will be our first dip into the hint section of the day. So first thing I want to find is the mirror. Mirror is going to be, okay, that's a misery mire. So for me to get in there, I'm going to need the flute. Something I have not even conceived the idea of the flute. So where do I get the flute, is my question. Book is also going to be Misery Mire is going to be the play, but how do you get into it? Let me ask, which one's Misery Mire again? Pegasus Rocks. Is everything boot locked? I think everything is boot locked. Well, I'm lost now because I didn't check. So Pod has everything goes back to the bow. Waterfall Fairy. I forgot that I had the okay, I know what I forgot. I forgot I had the flippers. I kept saying flippers, and I thought I already fake flipped everything. Okay. That one's on me. That's on me. I didn't think that far ahead. This is why we have hints every now and then. That's waterfall. That was fake flipper right there. Where I fake flipper into the two chests. So that should put us down by Pod. No, it doesn't. I've been trying to go through the wrong one the whole time. Got you. Okay. I believe as well. Hey Shin, how you doing today, sir? Well, enjoy the lurk, my friend. We are just working through another Paraforce seed. I kind of worked myself into a little bit of a pickle and thought I did something I didn't already do. Happy Friday to you, sir. Here's my bow. The bow opens up stuff that I wanted to do but didn't have access to before. So we're gonna happy reset ourselves. We're gonna finish up Easton. We should be able to do Pod. Those are my two next plays. Gameplay's a little sloppy today. Yesterday we had almost like a god seed for me having my stuff together for it. And today's just a little less than perfect, but I'm being just chill about it today. It's Happy Friday. It's my day off from work, so the honeydew did not remember to give me a honeydew list today. So I am happy the fact that I don't have a honeydew list today to deal with. We are going to have a nice easy time here. We'll go up to Easton, finish that off. Probably go to Pod, see what we get in Pod, and reevaluate where we can go. Mirror is right now one of my main concerns. I can get Mirror, Book, and that's the other thing I've been complaining about most of the seed. And the hammer. If we can get the hammer, the book, and the Mirror will be all set. When I finish out most of the round the way I want to do, I can toggle between both worlds and knock out what I want. This is just autopilot from here on out. Saturday we're going to finish up Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I'm hoping. We're about halfway through from last weekend. So this weekend hopefully we'll finish up that game and figure out what we're going to do the week after, the following Saturday. I started playing Shin, just off topic. Started doing a little Super Metroid on my own off stream because if I'm going to play that game on stream ever, I need to have a clue what I'm doing. I got about maybe 45 seconds into that game and I got myself soft locked. I locked myself, but at the same time, I know there's a solution to it. I just don't happen to know what that solution is. So, we'll come back for those arrows in a minute. Okay, how about we line up properly for this guy? How about we do that? How that lined up perfectly. So we'll just take out this guy. Top off our hearts, top off our arrows. Honey rupees, green pendant, go back and get an item from him. I still have chess game over in the village I still need to knock out. I did not realize in the randomizers that you get stuff from that. But you do. I found that out last week. We'll drop down, see what he gives me. Perhaps something good. A hard piece. Not great. So we're going to head off to Sanctuary. We'll do the chess game, Dark World. We want Dark World. We'll do the chess game real quick. We ended up going back and defeating Agar not too long ago. So that gives us the opportunity to, oh, this is Dark World done. The chess game's in the Dark World, isn't it? So we'll do that real quick. Then we'll aggregate ourselves over to Pod. See what Pod has for us. Let's get on my list for a little bit. The arrows now, I'm willing to take a chance on it. We got the free play here with arrows. Hot piece. I gotta try to open up another chest if I can get away with it. So we are just checking our inventory that everything that we have is checked off. Tracker looks good. We'll head off to Pod, see what Pod has for us. Pyramid has a heart piece that I didn't bother picking up. 12 hearts, I think I'm more than good on hearts. And I get my butt kicked with these guards. So hookshot would be nice to have. We're still yet to go look at the dark side of the mountain. I'm gonna find my mirror first. Come on. There we go. So we're gonna see what Pod has for us. I'm hoping progression. I can't think of too many places to run to at the moment. Make a little progress here. Let's see where we're at. I gotta do right side still because I still need to get through the mimics. Take it on time. Let's see here, we got these guys we have to take out. You know, I can just use a sword on these people and be more than happy. Gather up some hearts and some arrows. And we'll just head up the stairs. Check the chest. Get a key. Off that. I don't really need this. I just do it out of habit. We'll just ready to check the chest, see what we have. 2 keys. I don't even have the mirror to mirror back to the beginning of the level. So we just did a long walk all the way back. Well, I got my Fitbit on, I might as well get the steps. I gotta stay in the eggplant kind of shape anyway. There we go. Do on everything just about. We have arrows, we have bombs, full life. We have a couple of chest checks here. I don't think I have anything to show. Well, I have one thing to show. Compass, and I have the big key already. back to the beginning. So I still have 2 items to find. I believe there's 2 items per level. So we got the keys already. We'll start doing the back. Do the back of pod. Bounce back. We'll do this side first. Why do I put myself in these positions? You know what? We'll do the bottom first and work my way back around. How about we do that? Don't necessarily need the money, but the key. Then we get bombs. I think that's one of my 2 items for this dungeon. How about we do a room reset? We got a key. I'll come down this way. We have an extra chest here to work through. There's the hook shot. That'll come in handy. That opens up more of the ground for me. Now, if we can just figure out the book, the mirror, and well, the book and the mirror are the 2 big things right now. The heart piece. Long way around. This way. I play sometimes like I've never played Zelda in my life. Okay, we have one more chest. There's the map. So now we just bomb out this section here. We'll see what's in the big chest. The blue boomerang. So now we have both boomerangs. Might as well finish out the level. See if we find anything off the back end of this mess. Just go down here, take the long way around. So we're going to come back out the back end of this. No, I don't get to play with fire nearly as often as I wish I could. There we go. That'll work. Grab some hearts. There's the boomerang. And since I have this there, Perfect. Perfect throw. I'm getting better with those arrow hits and working on the mimics. By the time I get good at something in this game. But I can't go much further because I still don't have the hammer. So if I can't take out the hammer, let me think what my next option is going to be then. What would be my next play? That's about as far as I can go on pod. My stuck point is no mirror. But since I have hookshot, I can start doing the caves. Well, good morning, Kibbles. The pup has woken up and looking at me like, what am I doing? Who am I talking to? So now to cross the mountain, I will have to do that on the lower level. I don't think she's all excited about me talking to the microphone. The dog just rolled over and went back to bed. Now we gotta wait for that to wake up again. Excuse me. Do you want to sleep? Be in my way. So cross over here. Pick up some lives. Check some caves over here. We do have access to Dark World down here. So this one we're gonna have to do the long way. This will be the long way, I suppose. I'm gonna go up and then drop back down and hopefully remember which is the right pattern to do so. Fairy cave, which I don't need to worry about. Okay, you're coming to me. So we'll head on up. See what we have on the top end. We still have one Triforce Hunt piece still pending. Let's see here. We have Winding Cave. Well, at least that's quick at using the hook shot on these enemies. That's a little bit quicker. Drop down, we get the single one. That'll be our third bottle. here. We'll check out Dark World, see what we have. Have on offer. I'm going to be now stuck in the Dark World since I don't have access to mirror. But we will have a couple of checks here, so can make the most of this. Drop down here. We gotta do this the super long way. Which is no big deal. Sometimes we get spoiled with the quick way of doing things. So we'll drop down here. Hey, it's the shield I paid 50 rupees for earlier. Those two didn't give me anything of worth. We have about a half hour left today that I'm going to have available for the seed. I was hoping we're going to be a lot further along than we ultimately are. Hookshot Cave, that's going to be hopefully a saving grace on some level. Rupees that don't do much for me. Another 300 rupees. I am good on money. I'm in good shape. There's the flute. I think I mentioned earlier I wanted the flute, but I forget what I wanted it for. It's going. I've hit a little bit of a brick wall looking for the mirror in the book. I have a couple of ideas where I want to go. Just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get myself into those locations. Just cleaning up the... See, like this, I cannot get in and out of the Dark World right now, which is half my problem. So we'll do Sanctuary. We'll unlock the duck, so we get the flute opened up to us. It's a little late for the flute. I'm gonna hope I have the right medallion for... Do I have a medallion? That's gonna be a waste of my time then. I was gonna go over into this Misery Mire and see what we had over there, but... Three things I'm looking for is the book, the hammer, and the mirror. I walked right past the thing. There we go. I know what it's like to get bombarded with customers. What I do is I end up giving road tests to drivers, and some days it's not too bad, and other days I'm booked 7, 8, 9 tests straight, and it's an experience. So I understand what it's like to be completely booked. So I'm going to do number 6, just out of pure humor at this point. I want to say... check over here, I believe. I don't have too many more checks that I can think of. There's one. That's one good thing going for me. 13. I want to say Magic Island has something for me. It's kind of been so long I kind of forget where my next check is going to be. I think I'm going to start looking at the hint sheet a little bit, since I still need let's see, I still want the hammer. Hammer is behind Boots. Boots are in Ice Palace. But to get to Ice Palace, I need a mirror, which is sitting in Misery Mire. I think it would help me if I remember what Misery Mire was. So, if I can remember what Misery Mire was, see if I remember what Misery Mire. Okay, that's where I just was looking for what medallion. And I don't think I looked at the medallion hard enough to see what that was going to be before I left. So that all goes back to where my medallions are. Like I said, I got about 20 minutes left before I gotta get going and get a couple of things done around the house. I don't think I'm not finding 7 Triforce pieces in, what, 25 minutes? So, probably what I'm going to do is, let's see here. We'll probably do a raid now, and I'll be back Saturday to do Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Mondays and Thursdays I'll be back doing more Zelda Link to the Past randomizers. We'll probably do more Triforce hunts. Actually, my friend Average Frustrated Gamer is actually streaming right now Zelda, so, and it looks like he already found the hammer, so he's at least one step ahead of me. So we're gonna go raid him. Shin, appreciate you coming out today. I appreciate it. Anyone watching on YouTube and Kick, I appreciate it. Appreciate whoever is following me on the VOD. Shin, I will check you out later on. I know you stream, I believe, Tuesday through Saturday, I want to say, on average. Look forward to seeing you. If anybody has some time to check him out, Shin does amazing randomizers, usually Super Metroid and Zelda. So, I will catch up with you soon enough, sir. You have a good day. And I will catch everybody else on Saturday night, 9 p.m., Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And I will talk to you guys later.